I thought I was just getting a ride home from work, but my Uber driver changed my entire perspective on life. My car broke down that Tuesday morning, and I knew it was going to be one of those days. The mechanic said it would take at least 3 days to get the parts, so I had to figure out how to get to my office job downtown. I'd been working the same desk for 6 years now, processing insurance claims in a gray cubicle under fluorescent lights that gave me headaches. I called an Uber and waited outside my apartment building, watching other people rush to catch buses and trains. Everyone looked as miserable as I felt. Same faces, same routine, same crushing sense that this was all there was to life. When the Honda Civic pulled up, I expected the usual silent ride. The driver was this older guy, maybe in his 50s, with graying hair and tired eyes. He had the radio turned low to some jazz station, and his car smelled faintly like coffee and something else I couldn't place. "Morning," he said as I got in. "How's your day starting?" "Car's in the shop," I replied, settling into the back seat. "Just trying to get to work." He nodded and pulled into traffic. For the first 10 minutes, we rode in comfortable silence. I stared out the window at the same buildings I'd seen every day for years, the same coffee shops and bus stops and construction sites that never seemed to finish. Then we hit a massive traffic jam. Cars weren't moving at all. I could see my office building in the distance, but we were completely stuck. "Looks like we're going to be here a while," he said, adjusting his rearview mirror to look at me. "Long day ahead?" I sighed. "Every day's long. Just pushing papers until I retire, I guess. Another 40 years of the same thing." He was quiet for a moment, then nodded slowly. "I used to think exactly like that. Worked in accounting for 30 years. Corporate office, corner desk, good benefits. Hated every single minute of it." "So you became an Uber driver?" I asked, assuming this was another story about the gig economy. "Not exactly." He reached for his phone at the red light ahead of us. "Mind if I show you something?" He pulled up a photo and handed the phone back to me. The picture showed this incredible gourmet food truck painted in bright colors, with a long line of customers stretching around the block. The truck had Dream Tacos written in bold letters across the side, and steam was rising from the service window. "That's yours?" I asked, studying the image more closely. "Started it 2 years ago when I was 52. Everyone thought I'd lost my mind. My wife, my kids, my coworkers. They all said I was throwing away my pension and my security for some crazy midlife crisis." The traffic started moving again, but slowly. I handed his phone back, genuinely curious now. "How's it going?" He smiled for the first time since I got in the car. "Best decision I ever made. Made more money last month than I ever did in accounting. But that's not even the best part." "What's the best part?" "I actually wake up excited now. I plan new recipes. I talk to customers. I'm building something that's mine. When I was in accounting, I used to lie in bed every morning dreading the alarm clock. Now I'm up before it goes off." We were getting closer to downtown now, passing the usual landmarks. The conversation had made the ride go by faster than usual. "What kind of tacos?" I asked. "Korean-Mexican fusion mostly. Started with just 3 recipes my grandmother taught me, mixed with flavors I picked up when I lived in Seoul for a few years. Now I've got 12 signature items and a waiting list for catering gigs." I found myself leaning forward, genuinely interested. This guy had completely transformed his life in just 2 years. "Weren't you scared? Leaving everything behind?" "Terrified," he admitted. "But you know what scared me more? The thought of spending another 30 years watching the clock, waiting for life to start." We pulled up in front of my office building, the same glass tower where I'd spent the last 6 years. I could see people in business clothes walking through the revolving doors, carrying their coffee and their resignation. As I reached for my wallet, he turned around and handed me a business card. "If you ever want to grab lunch, I'm usually parked downtown around noon. Food's on me." I took the card and looked at it closely. It wasn't some generic Uber driver card or accounting firm business card. I looked at the address and realized he wasn't just some random Uber driver who used to be an accountant. He was the owner of Dream Tacos, the food truck I'd been walking past every single day for 2 years, too comfortable in my misery to take a chance on something different.